Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I hear you loud and clear. Welcome back to the Country Music Time Machine. I'm Kevin, and we recently did a special episode. I really enjoyed doing it. It was about the greatest country bands of all time. And to be honest, I could have changed the title to the greatest country bands and vocal groups of all time. But that was just a little bit too long for that thumbnail for YouTube, so I just called it Greatest Country Bands. Let's just say my comment section blew up. You guys pointed out some massive legends that I guess I forgot to mention. Truth is, there's just too much talent for just one video. So consider this the Fans' Choice episode. So right now, we're setting the dial on the Country Music Time Machine to cover 8 incredible groups that you demanded I talk about. We're going to be starting out at the very beginning. If you want to talk about the roots of Western music, you have to talk about the Sons of the Pioneers, founded in 1933 by a young guy named Leonard Sly. There's a trivia question for you. Who was Leonard Sly? You might know him better as Roy Rogers. They defined the Western in country and Western. Their harmonies on tracks like Tumble and Tumbleweeds, oh man, what a great song, are literally the blueprint for every vocal group that followed. So all you country vocal groups nowadays or bands, you can give a big thanks to the Sons of the Pioneers.
See them tumbling down, pledging their love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed. I'm a roving cowboy, riding all day long. Tumbleweeds around me sing their lonely song. Nights underneath a prairie moon, I ride alone and sing a tune. See them tumbling down.
I really go for that cowboy music. Me too. It reminds me of Flatbush.
Only but free I'll be found, drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed.
Now, I saw this comment more than once down below. How could I leave off the Mount Rushmore of country? The Highwaymen, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and Chris Christopherson. They weren't just a band, they were an outlaw revolution on one stage. They proved that 4 titans could check their egos at the door and create something more powerful than the sum of their parts.
I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride, sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost her baubles to my trade. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in the spring of 25, but I am still alive.
I was a sailor, I was born upon the tide, and with the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around from on to Mexico. I went aloft to furl the banks of Waterloo. And when the yards broke off, they said that I got killed, but I lived still. I was a bandit, across a river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide. A place called Boulder on the Wild Colorado. I
slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. They buried me in that great tomb that knows no sound, but I am still around. Always be around and around and around and around and around and around and around. I'll fly a starship across the universe divide, and when I reach the other side, I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become a highwayman again, or I may simply be a single drop of rain, but I will remain, and I'll be back again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Now, next up is a great one. It is the bridge between folk, rock, and bluegrass, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. These guys did something revolutionary in 1972 with Will the Circle Be Unbroken album, bringing together the long-haired California hippies and the traditional Nashville legends. They didn't just play country music, they preserved its soul for a brand new generation. My favorite Nitty Gritty Dirt Band song is, without a doubt, Fishing in the Dark.
Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. The crickets are singing and the lightning bugs are floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready. Across the field where the creek turns back by the old stump road. Well, I'm gonna take you to a special place that nobody knows. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. Staying the whole night through, it feels so good to be with you. The spring is almost over and the summer's coming, the days are getting long. I've waited all winter for time to be right, just to take you along. Baby, get ready. And it don't matter if we sit forever and the fish don't bite. We jump in the river and cool ourselves from the heat of the night. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. Staying the whole night through, it feels so good to be with you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the down by the light, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. You and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. You and me going fishing in the dark.
All right, now let's crank up the energy a little bit, or actually, let's crank up the energy a lot. The Charlie Daniels Band brought a southern rock grit to the genre that nobody else could match, and really they haven't matched since. Charlie Daniels was a virtuoso, and whether it was The Devil Went Down to Georgia or Long-Haired Country Boy, this band proved that country music could and should kick some serious butt.
The devil went down to Georgia, he was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind 'cause he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man sawing on a fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what, I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you play pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, 'cause I think I'm better than you." Boy said, "My name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet and you're gonna regret, 'cause I'm the best as ever been." Johnny, rising up your bow and play your fiddle hard, 'cause hell's broke loose in Georgia and the devil deals the cards. And if you win, you get the shiny fiddle made of gold. If you lose, the devil gets your soul. And he said, "I'll start this show," and fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled his bow across the strings and it made an evil hiss. Then a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this. Johnny said, "Well, you're pretty good, old son, but sit down in that chair right there. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. A chicken in the red pan, a picking out dough. Granted as you don't bite, no child knows." His head because he knew that he'd been beat, and he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said, "Devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best as ever been." And he played, "Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. The chicken in the red pan, picking out dough. The grand as your dog bite, no child knows."
We are halfway through the list you guys built, and if I'm hitting your favorites this time around, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and join the Country Music Time Machine crew right here on YouTube. And if you want to see all these videos before everybody else, follow us over on Patreon. It's a special group set up just for the most special Country Music Time Machine crew. You help support the channel directly, help support all the videos and the equipment and all the stuff we use. Check us out also on Patreon. You guys reminded me that we needed some sisterly harmony on this list, and boy, are the harmonies by this group just incredible. The Forrester Sisters dominated the mid-'80s with a string of 15 consecutive top 10 hits. Songs like "I've Been Lonely Too Long" and "I Fell in Love Again Last Night" showcased a family blend that was smooth, polished, and quintessential 1980s country gold.
I fell in love again last night. You keep doing everything just right. You got me wrapped around your finger.
Speaking of the 1980s, we have to talk about Restless Heart. Now, these guys were the masters of country pop crossover before it was even a buzzword. And to be terribly honest with you, Restless Heart songs are probably more country than what a lot of the country acts are recording today in Nashville. Restless Heart was incredible. With 5-part harmonies, they would give the Eagles a run for their money. Tracks like The Bluest Eyes in Texas are absolute masterclasses in studio production and vocal arrangement.
That lonesome Texas sun was setting slow, and in the rearview mirror I watched it go. I can still see the wind in her golden hair. Oh, I close my eyes for a moment, I'm still there. The bluest skies in Texas are haunting me tonight, like the stars that fill the midnight sky. Her memory fills my mind. Where did I go wrong? Did I wait too long? How can I make it right? The bluest skies in Texas are haunting me tonight. Another town, another hotel, another dream that ended way too soon. Left me lonely, praying for the dawn, and searching for the strength to carry on. The bluest skies in Texas are haunting me tonight, like the stars that fill the midnight sky. Her memory fills my mind. Where did I go wrong? Did I wait too long? How can I make it right? The bluest skies in Texas are haunting me tonight. For every heart you break, you pay the price. But I can't forget the tears in her blue eyes. The bluest skies in Texas are haunting me tonight, like the stars that fill the midnight sky. Her memory fills my mind. Did I go wrong? Did I wait too long? How can I make it right? The bluest skies in Texas are haunting me tonight. Oh, the bluest skies in Texas are haunting me tonight.
Now, I saw this a lot in the comments based on the last video. And if you like to swing, no, not that type of swing, but if you like to swing like Western swing, Asleep at the Wheel has been carrying the torch for Western swing for over 50 years. Ray Benson and his crew have won 10 Grammy Awards for a reason. And come on, Ray Benson has the best speaking voice in country music history.
One of the songs I co-wrote with Chris Weiland up in Nashville, it's called He Was Killed by a 45. Now, some of y'all might think we're talking about a 45, but we're really talking about that little record with the big hole, the 45 RPM records.
The man has the voice of God. Asleep at the Wheel kept the spirit of Bob Wills alive while making it fresh, fun, and impossible not to dance to.
Because my papa said, son, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln. You heard the story of the hot rod race when the Fords and the Lincolns were setting the pace. That story's true, and I'm here to say, cause I was driving that Model A. Got a Lincoln motor and it's really souped up, and that Model A body makes it look like a pup's got 8 cylinders and he use them all. Got overdrive, it just won't stall. With 4 barrel carbs and a dual exhaust and 411 gears, you can really get lost. Got safety tubes, but honey, I ain't scared. Brakes are good and tires fast. Pulled out of San Pedro late one night when the moon and the stars were shining bright. We was driving up Old Grapevine Hill, passing cars like they was standing still. All of a sudden, in the wink of an eye, a Cadillac sedan passed us by, and I said, boys, that's a mark for me. By then, the taillights was all you could see. The boys all ribbed me for being behind, so I thought I'd make that Lincoln unwind. Took my foot off the gas. Man alive, I shoved it on down into overdrive. Well, I wound it up to 110. My speedometer said we hit top end. My foot was glued like lead to the floor. That's all there is, and there ain't no more. Now the boys all thought I'd lost my sense, and them telephone poles looked like a picket fence. Said race slow down. I see spots and lines on the road just look like dots. We took a corner side swipe of the truck, and I crossed my fingers just for luck. My fenders was clicking the guardrail post, and the guy beside me was white as a ghost. Smoke was coming from out of the back when I started to gain on that Cadillac. When I knew I could catch him and I thought I could pass, but don't you know by then we'll be low on gas. That flame's coming from out of the side. You feel the tension, man, what a ride. I said, look out, boys, I got a license to fly. And that caddy pulled over and let us by. Well, all of a sudden she started a knocking down in the dip. She started rocking. I looked in the mirror, red light was blinking. The cops was after my hot rod Lincoln. Well, Wilbur, they arrested me and then they put me in jail. And they called my pappy to throw my bail. He said, son, you're gonna drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln.
And finally, a modern entry that a lot of you talked about in the comments, and I agree with you wholeheartedly on this one. These guys were mentioned a bunch. Home Free is proof that country music doesn't even need instruments to be great, and in the world of over-processed fake sounds in country music, we need some Home Free. As an all-vocal, also known as a cappella group, they've redefined what a band looks like in the digital age. So they're not really a band, they're a vocal group. They bring incredible range that will rattle your truck speakers.
On a warm summer's eve, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness till boredom overtook us and he began to speak.
He said, son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And when he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, and faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. And in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. But when the dealing's done, you got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done, you got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done.
And there you have it. This has been episode 2, powered entirely by your comments. Did I get it right this time? I probably didn't. And you will let me know down in the comments. Did I miss a great group? I'm Kevin. This is the Country Music Time Machine. And as always, let's keep it country. And I'll see you down the road.